Hello, everybody. We're getting started soon. Hope everyone's doing as well as they can be. Mike Minotti is here. How you doing?
I'm good. I sleep. I'm up now.
Yay, he did it. He survived.
That's what I've been doing a lot of on this week off, is playing Metaphor and sleeping.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. Okay. Looking good. Yeah.
Still the mullet, still rocking the mullet.
I mean, rocking, it's overstatement, but yeah, I have
hate
it.
it when you say, I'm gonna fix this on the weekend. I don't think you should fix anything. I think you're perfect.
I'm gonna fix it. I gotta fix it. It's like whenever I look in a mirror and because I forget about it, and it's like, oh my god, I look like that. I gotta do something. I can't happen
weird,
every
huh?
time.
Imagine if you looked in the mirror and were startled every time.
Just get like the bike just to match with it, you know? Like
Sure.
Those,
Yeah.
If you just chop off the back portion to match the front, it would look really good.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of what we'll go for. We'll kind of make it all. There's a strip of the shorter hair underneath the longer hair, so that'll have to get cleaned up too. But yes.
Oh, we know. Yeah, that was intentional.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we'll fix this up.
fix everything up, you know?
Exactly. Okay. Let me test out this music. Let's see. Actually, I got the wrong. I got the wrong thing here. Let's see the size.
Right.
There we go. Yum yum.
Yum yum.
Yum yum.
We're cooking.
Yum yum. And then let me tweet.
Again, we're gonna talk about Switch 2. We already talked about Switch 2.
Just the. Did we talk about what was it?
Yeah, it broke while we were recording.
That's right.
We started
Okay, I couldn't remember. All right, cool.
I can't remember either. Yeah, that's right. We did. All right. Well, good.
That's right. Yes, you pasted it in there. That's right. I remember now. Okay. I am skeeting.
It's N7, boys. Let's go.
And what do you have to show for it?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get? Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. I started Metaphor last night drunk. Probably need to start over, but it seems fucking rad. No, that's the correct way to play that game. Completely inebriated.
I do like as I get more darker and the bottom. I like that with the mustache.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yes.
Like the 5 o'clock shadow with
Right.
it.
That looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, we wrecked shit last night, Firehair. I was on demon time on one of those. I pulled out my knife, and when I got 5 kills in a row with the knives, it was nasty.
Yeah.
And then that match I go play the game. I got the lamest play of the game where I killed 2 guys with a shotgun, and then the last guy with a pistol. And I was like, why didn't you should show up the fucking knife kill I got? I was like, going.
Yeah, knife kill should be worth
Crazy.
more in the algorithm, the play of the game algorithm. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh yeah, I'm ready too.
I'm
Do
gonna
it.
count us in. Let's go live in 5, 4, 3. It's the internet. You're busy. Let's do this. Welcome to the Game S Decides podcast. This is the podcast where we decide everything about the world of video games so you never have to think for yourself. I'm your host, Jeff Grubb, and with me is
Mike Minotti.
In today's episode, Take-Two is confident about GTA 6 coming out in 2025. The PlayStation 5 Professional has arrived, and Mass Effect TV series is maybe in the works. Is in the works, not maybe, no maybes about it. And then that's
No,
it.
it's in the works.
Yep, nothing else is happening. So, fantastic.
All right, great. Good.
Mike, how are you doing?
Yeah, I played lots of Metaphor. I sleep a lot. I almost stress bought a $750 game today. I was like gonna maybe do it. The local used game store has had a copy of that Metroid Prime Wind Waker combo thing for GameCube. They've had it for months.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, fuck it. I'm like, it's like I'll have a staycation at a real vacation. Like, I'll just spend money that I could use that. And I'll get that, and then I'll be happy. Thank God, it turns out somebody actually finally bought it like just before I could, so I was saved. So I got Soul Calibur Legend for the Wii for $10 instead. So that's
All
just
right,
as good.
okay, all right. So you saved some money, and
They-
you didn't save it. Like, you didn't save yourself. Someone else had to like step in, but it's all the same in the end. You didn't have to spend that money, so that's fantastic.
They do have a Virtual Boy there now, though.
That'd
Virtual Boy complete,
be
ready
nice
to
to
go.
have. That'd be
tables and everything. How much would you pay for a Virtual Boy? I'm not gonna tell you how much it costs. How much would you pay for one?
Yeah, I think how much would I pay? I think if it was anything, because I'm kind of cheap. So I think anything over 400, I probably would be like, I'm not sure I could do that.
Not in the box, everybody, but it's got everything. It's $500.
Okay.
It's $500.
Okay, it's got everything.
Here's what drives me crazy though. I had a Virtual Boy. We had one. I just don't know what happened to it. Like, I don't know. I'm not like, oh, my parents threw stuff away kind of person, but the Virtual Boy they must have done something with. Maybe my mom saw a news story about it destroying kids' eyes or something, and noticed we weren't really playing it, and just quietly got rid of it. I don't know.
Should
But
I
it's like, no,
send it up to
I should
like
already have one.
to live on a farm somewhere? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't know. I probably don't want to spend $500 on a Virtual Boy. The Virtual Boy, though, you're like, a lot of this other stuff. It's like, I'll just emulate it. I don't need to get it in Nintendo 64. But Virtual Boy, what are you gonna do?
I mean,
what are you gonna do?
I do emulate that in the Quest,
the
the
same.
Meta Quest. So that's kind of neat. But you're right. I think I'd prefer to have the shoot hardware for that. That'd be fun.
There was a part of me, it's like, okay, so I'm going to spend $750 on this package of GameCube games I already own instead of like a PlayStation 5 Pro for $50 less. Right? It's like, I don't know.
I mean, that thing's out. We'll talk about it here in a second. Kind of do another temperature check on how we're feeling about it. But yeah, I did have to sit down this evening and really figure out like how to use Lightning Lane and when I'm gonna have to do that. It's this Sunday. This Sunday I'm waking up early so I can get our Lightning Lane
Is that
purchase.
soon?
That's when I have to make, because that'll be 7 days out from when we leave.
Right. Okay.
Or arrive, I suppose. Yeah, so I'm making some plans there. I'm gonna do like Lightning Lane for Rise of the Resistance. I'll get a single pass for that. But for the multi-pass stuff, are there any ones in those like second tiers? It's like, oh, that'd be a waste to have a Spaceship Earth. Should I use my second tier Lightning Lane passes on that?
Spaceship Earth often doesn't have a long line. Like the only
Right.
time that usually has a long line is right in the morning because it's the first thing so people walk up to. So you probably don't need to. But like, what else is in that second tier?
I mean, it's most things other than, I mean, it's going to be the obvious ones that aren't going to be in the first tier, and then obviously the newest ones are in their own thing where it's like you can't use the multi-pass at all.
Right. Like people love that Guardians of the Galaxy coaster. I haven't done it yet because I'm a coward, but everyone who does it has absolutely loved it. So yeah, that is one that is a bit more expensive for sure. Yeah. So I'm looking at it now. Gosh, yeah. Everything else here, it's not. You
It's
don't
pretty
have to worry
similar,
about it too
right?
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like living at the land. I think you'll like living at the land. It's just a boat ride about like crops.
That sounds good to me.
And farming. Usually doesn't have a long line, but who knows? I mean, look, if you have
Soarin'
to
is tier
spend your
one.
lightning lane, Soarin' is tier one. Yeah,
Yep.
like all the like Soarin', Frozen Ever After, and Ratatouille. Those are all the tier one ones, and those three are all great, and you should do them. And then you should maybe buy Guardians of the Galaxy if you want to do it. But yeah, then after that, just look at them, see which one you like best, because I think they all have similar. Maybe don't have too bad of a line. Don't use it on Journey to Imagination with Figment or the Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival. Don't use it on those.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, I think I might have been like, I've heard the words Journey into Imagination with Figment before. Maybe I should use it on that. So I'm glad you talked me off the ledge there.
It's kind of not a great ride now. I mean, you could do it, but it also usually doesn't have a line over 10 minutes.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, I don't know. The big thing is make sure you do that Avatar ride. I mean, do both of them, but definitely do the big one.
Yes, yeah. I'll do the big ones for sure.
Rite of Passage.
Yep. Well, looking forward to it. Having like to get into the weeds on this stuff has like begun the process of anticipation, and now this thing is real and it's happening right there, and I can sort of imagine myself being there. So that has helped with the giving me something to focus on, which has been really nice. But
My brother met the voice of Goofy at the airport today.
is that what he was saying? 'Cause he was like, I wasn't like, I couldn't tell if it was just a fan, but it was like the way he tweeted made it sound like this is someone that didn't know 90s Disney, and now the 90s Disney account is tweeting at them, being like, hey, I just talked to you. Here's
my
the
brother.
Yes, okay. Here's the 90s Disney account. Okay, so very cool. Well, what the hell? How'd that happen?
He just got my brother is enough of a sicko to recognize the face of the guy who's the voice of Goofy, Bill Farmer. He was just at the Pittsburgh airport. My brother's flying somewhere. He's flying to some convention. So I just went up to him, said hi, got a picture. So that's neat. If
you're a voice actor and a fan recognizes your face, do you think they immediately get set on alert? Like, it's one of them?
No, he liked it. He said he was pleased that somebody recognized. Also, the voice of Sam in Sam and Max Hit the Road, which is exciting.
Were you aware of this the Ava voice being the Little Mermaid the entire time, or was that news to you?
I think it's news to me. I think when I read the story, apparently a lot of people had guessed that for a while.
Figured it out, yeah.
Yeah,
and
it was known.
As soon as people said it, I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Right.
It's neat, though. I like it. And I like, of course, she had to be a little bit afraid of using her name because she was so tied to Disney. It's kind of funny.
Right. You can't be doing sicko Kojima shit and then still work at Disney. They would never have you back.
Right. You can't be a full-grown lady with cleavage in a movie, but you can be a young teenager with bikini show cleavage in an entire movie. That's
just wholesome, good time fun. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's great.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Give us a good rating wherever you are listening, and hit the like button on YouTube, please. It helps people find the show. If you want to ask a question, you could drop a super chat during the show here on YouTube. We'll get to all of those before the end of the program. Thank you to Carlos Sain, who is Insane in the Rain Music on YouTube, for the use of our theme songs. Thanks to 1UP vs. CPU for our artwork. You can find more at 1UpVersusCPU.com. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and wherever pods are caught. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to Christian for producing. And you can get more from Mike and me and support us by going to patreon.com/GameMess. That gets you access to our Discord server, participation in Q&A sessions and our Game Club discussions, early access to new episodes of Game Mess Jeopardy and Columbros, and of course, all of our shows ad-free. Friendly reminder, you can also become a supporter by becoming a YouTube member. You just join the channel right here on YouTube. Works, gets you all the same benefits. Or a Twitch subscriber, twitch.tv/Tokoto. Mike's streaming frequently. You should be hanging out there. And if you have your Amazon thing, use that. And then you get all the same benefits as well. Come hang out with us in the Discord server. It's a lot of fun. Excuse me. All right. A lot of big stories to get into. Let's get into it with Grand Theft Auto 6 still on track for fall 2025 release. Take-Two had their earnings report. 205 million copies of GTA 5 sold. Things like that. They sold off Private Division because while they said every project they had was successful and they're very good at what they did,
it's lame and boring. Who
it's
cares?
lame and boring. It doesn't they aren't the biggest projects, and so it's not even worth our time. It's basically shit on our shoe.
Weird.
Yeah,
God.
very weird, but yep, that's what they said. Maybe that's like, used car salesman speak. He's like, I'm selling this to somebody, so I got to say this bullshit. But no, I believe him. I believe Strauss Zelnick when he talks that way. Grand Theft Auto 6, though, they don't need anything else because they got that coming fall of 2025 still. Do you still believe that?
I do. Of course it can easily fall out of that. And I think I heard other people, I think even Jan said it's like, or you said this, it'd be weird that game never got a big delay, right?
Right, a big official real delay. Because it's had like mini ones and behind the scenes stuff like that. But of course it has. It's a massive game they've been working on for a long time.
Right. But, there is something so it's weird because it can go both ways. The game is so big that, like, of course it's going to get a delay, but it's also so big that's like, no, this one maybe they're extra careful of, and they gave it so much grace to give it this release window. But who knows, Jeff? So many times with these big projects, it's like you get your window, and no matter what that window is, it always actually needs to come a little bit later than that, right? Something happens.
Yeah, I think they would like to get it out this fall, or this upcoming next fall, because it kind of sets things up nicely for them, where it's like they can really take advantage of a mature generation of console sales. So there will be a lot of Xbox Series consoles out there. There will be a lot of PlayStation 5s out there. And then, they'll have a PC version maybe the next year, but they could also easily have in fall 2026, there could be a new Xbox out. They could have a new version for that. And they love doing that shit because they really do see massive spikes in sales through those first couple of years as they release on new platforms or upgraded platforms. So I think in their heads, they just see this roadmap that makes a lot of sense to them. And that's why fall 2025 is something that they're really aiming at hard. But, this is going to be a big, complicated game that just has to be everything they need it to be. So that they can hit the ground running. I mean, look, this company could certainly survive a messy GTA 6 launch because that thing's a force of nature, and they'll have to just do everything it would take to get it to a place where people love it. But boy, they would much prefer people to just love it out of the gate. They're like, GTA's come out, they get 10s. That's just what happens. And that, like, they want this game to do the same, and then they also want GTA Online to be very good. That's actually not something they've done before. They haven't been able to pull that off. Like, to have a game that gets 10s and have a good version of the online mode ready to go. But I think they are aiming for that. And that's where I'm like, that's a degree of difficulty that really suggests the possibility of a major delay just to make sure all those ducks are in a row.
I mean, they could do the thing, right, of, well, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6 came out. GTA Online 2 or whatever, not quite ready yet. That's going to come later.
I wouldn't be surprised if something like that does happen. That's a good point. I mean, especially because we still don't know what that looks like. Is this GTA Online 2 or is it GTA Online 2.0 and everything kind of just carries over? I imagine they would want to like see a version of that game that can exist for another 10 to 15 years after the release of GTA 6. And can you really do that with GTA Online? You can. You could admit that could be a World of Warcraft sort of thing. But you have a chance now to like just restart the clock on the tech debt there. I bet they're aiming to do that. But we'll see. Yeah. Either way, though, when that game comes out, it really will just be this massive money printing machine. 205 million again sold of GTA 5. There's no reason to think it won't do very well.
Yeah, I guess my kind of question is, in the number must go up environment, is this game like a failure if it only sells 100 million copies over its lifetime? Right? Is that the world we're in? I
mean, if like all other things are equal, yes. But my guess would be that they have some innovative and creative new ways to make money in GTA Online that will mean like, oh, if it sold 100 million copies of the packaged good, and then we're making a ton more money from online, then everything's working out exactly as we hoped it would. So, if they are gonna like have another game that sells 200 million copies, it really will have to be in more places than what we're even thinking. Jan mentioned phones today. I was like, I don't know, but it's like, maybe not like the $70 version of GTA 6, but GTA Online just on the phone. They might be thinking about that. I wouldn't be surprised if they're at least considering that. So, and in that situation, who knows? The sky's the limit.
Yeah. It's always kind of hard to see. It's hard to imagine. I'm sure the game's going to be successful. I mean, part of the problem is, and I'll just admit, I don't really get it with GTA 5. Like, I get it to a degree. I don't 205 million copies, millions more sold every month. Get it with that. But
Yeah.
it's there. That's what it does. There's no real reason to think why it won't happen again. The only reason I guess you think that is it's been so long since GTA 5, an Xbox 360 game, for God's sakes.
Right.
Does it really just come out and do that again? I mean, what if people decide the game's too woke, right? What if it gets
Right.
that thing going
So
on
you
now?
can play as a woman. So maybe
Right.
all red flags are already up for those weirdos. Yeah.
Right. So, what if that becomes the narrative, and then you have to deal with that baggage, and I don't know, whatever else. As much as I love to decide that those conversations don't actually matter and gain a lot of traction, maybe they do. So, yeah, I don't know. Again, it's probably going to be fine, but gosh, so much is riding on this one big game. For Take-Two, of course, but then for the entire industry, it seems like it just makes me worried to have so many eggs in one basket.
Guess how many people are watching NFL football on Twitch right now? Which you do need to have a Prime subscription for, but every household in America has a Prime subscription.
Football's on Twitch.
Yeah, it's on Thursday Night Football. NFL games are on Twitch and Amazon Prime. But guess how many are watching on Twitch right now?
200,000.
120,000. Guess how many people are
Okay.
watching GTA 5 right now?
Oh, 200,000.
160,000. So,
Okay.
Twitch is just GTA 5 is a force. I mean, there's more people watching
Right.
Grand Theft Auto than watching Call of Duty. It just is that game. So when it drops, there's already the machinations are already there for them to take advantage. You give that game and the role playing stuff maybe that you built into there to all these like popular streamers, let them have early access to it for like a week. And that's marketing done by itself right there. You're ahead of the curve.
Oh, it should be fine. It's just, sure things have happened, right? Like,
yeah.
remember the successor to the Wii, right?
Yep.
What the Wii was.
Yeah.
You make the Wii U. And again, it would be weird, and those circumstances don't seem to be like this. And things like Call of Duty have managed to just somehow keep momentum that seemed unsustainable up forever. So it should be fine. But it does make me a little concerned.
Yeah, I think I tend to agree with you that there's these numbers are so big that we're likely going to be in a scenario where GTA 6 comes out and it doesn't get to 200 million copies ever, and it's like, oh, well, was that a failure? Like, that conversation could easily happen, but we'll see. PS5 Pro is out. Reviews came out. Basically, all the reviews said almost exactly what everyone said they felt the second that thing got revealed, which is, I don't know if we need one, and all the reviews are like, you probably don't need one. Hey, the games look better. The games do look better. Do they look $700 better? They don't look $700 better. It's like, yeah, that's kind of the sentiment we had from the moment we saw it. I think that if you had a Pepsi challenge sort of scenario where you could set people in front of it and like just pick the thing that looks better, people are going to pick the PS5 Pro, obviously. But I think PS5 is going to continue being the console of choice for a lot of people for a long time because 700 is just such a big number.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, I still feel some pull for it just because, I have been having games coming out this year, even last year, right, where I'm not happy with the performance. So it's like, oh, gosh, the next 3 years, what does that look like? But I also know that I want to upgrade my PC, and that should obviously be a bigger priority, and that's going to take a lot of money. So I shouldn't have spent $700 on that or on GameCube compilation disc that I won't actually use, right? But what I will see, like whenever I see videos or anything like that, I'm like, okay, yeah, it does look better. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is always floated around there as a big example of that, right? And I like that game a lot, and I have some post-game stuff I could clean up in that, and looking at how nice that runs, I'm like, oh, that's pretty nice. I complained a lot about Monster Hunter World or Wilds and how that was running on a base PlayStation 5, and it's like, oh, if that looks much better on here, that's something. So there's definitely still an attraction for me, but probably not enough of one. We'll see. I am curious how it is going to sell. How is this actually going to do in the market?
Yep. Absolutely. I'm curious. I think that it'll probably be like just a touch below where the PS4 was, or PS4 Pro, excuse me, relative to the overall size of the PS4 install base. And that'll be fine. I think they're aware that that's a possibility. One of the reasons I think they charged a higher price is because they're like, we can get away with it with the kind of people who are going to buy this thing anyhow. So we might as well set it a little bit higher because those people will pay a little bit more. And all these other people that already have a PS5, they're going to be so difficult to convince to get this thing anyhow. We might as well just completely aim this thing at that smaller base that will pay a lot more.
It's a bit of a problem. Like the one game I'd maybe play on my PS5, the rest of like the two games I'm playing on my PS5 right now, Astrobot and Dragon Age, they both look great. Like,
Yep.
They're both ready to go already. So there certainly isn't any kind of urgent need for it for me.
Yep. Man, I'm just, not to veer that way,
Right.
but it's like $700. People are sticker shocked at that. And if those tariffs go through, which he wants to do, consoles are going to be are going to cost like $1,000. This PS5 Pro would be $1,100 probably if all the tariffs went through that he wants to pass. So, man, don't get it. I don't get it. Mass Effect TV series in the works at Amazon from Fast and Furious 9 writer. This is from Joe Otterson at Variety. A Mass Effect TV series is officially in development at Amazon MGM Studios. Daniel Casey is set to write and executive produce the adaptation. Kareem Zrick will executive produce under his Cedar Tree Productions banner, and Ari Arad, I can never say his name, Ari Arad, and EA's Michael Gamble also executive producing. Michael Gamble is the head of Mass Effect, if I remember correctly. Cedar Tree is currently under an overall deal at Amazon MGM Studios. No details about plot so far.
God, you said Amazon MGM Studios, and it sounded so much like Disney MGM Studios.
Yeah.
I got activated. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I this can work. It also, this is also the same sort of smattering of production companies that, Amazon is where they just restarted the work on what other show. They have another video game show that they're like, it was not The Last of Us. That one's very successful.
Tomb Raider?
Tomb Raider, something like that. They're like completely resetting production on other stuff, but then they've also had Fallout.
Oh, was it Horizon?
Right, maybe it was Horizon, yeah. But it's they could pull this off. It could be fine.
God of War?
Maybe it's God of War. I honestly can't remember.
I got a lot of plates spinning over there. Sorry.
Yes, I honestly can't remember. But they've had successes. They've had production hell, just like all these other video game projects. Maybe this is somewhere in between. If it comes out, though, I could just see this working very easily. Like, this is just such an easy slam dunk sci-fi television show with a slightly higher streaming budget. I welcome it. I'm hopeful, but we'll see.
I mean, yeah, it makes a lot of sense in a lot of ways. I mean, especially like a Mass Effect 2 was basically episodic the way it worked. I mean, the whole game is clearly inspired by stuff like Star Trek already. It would be expensive, right? Space stuff usually is. There's very little there that you could really just film somewhere. There's a lot of aliens. Some of them could just be, let's paint a person blue and give them a prosthetic, and then you got Talani or whatever her name was. But the Krogan and some of those other alien species are very alien. Garrus, right? You can't just use prosthetics for Garrus, probably. So that stuff could be difficult. That stuff could be expensive. They can figure out. You think there's any chance in the world we're going to get a female Shepard instead of a male Shepard? You think they're not doing an adaptation of the games? Are they going to do something else?
I think, I think a light adaptation makes the most sense, and I think a female Shepard would be like the right move. That can work in a sci-fi space show. It has worked.
Yeah, I
before.
bet you $1 million it's a male Shepard.
Hey,
You want to take my bet?
Yeah, probably. I'm not going to take that bet. No, absolutely not.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt, but the Fallout show is the main character is the lady in that show.
Yeah, Mike. Why do you hate women so much?
Yeah. No, that show did great, but that show also wasn't a adaptation, and it didn't. I think that was the right move for that one. There's no as much as people love Fallout, and one's like, oh god, in the story of Fallout 3, right? So yeah, just setting something in that world works in a way that so far the only notable non-Shepard Mass Effect story we ever had was Andromeda, and we know how well that did. So I'm saying look, I hope I'm wrong. I just cynically think if it's a show about Shepard, it's gonna 1,000,000% just be male Shepard.
The thing we were trying to think of was God of War, and that got reset at Amazon, and Ron Moore is taking over that. Ron Moore, who did
Speaking of Star Trek,
yes, did a lot of Star Trek, did Battlestar Galactica, he did Carnival, right? I think he did a bunch of great stuff, and now I'm kind of excited. That'd be cool. At the very least, he probably gets Bear McCreary to do more music for that franchise. Let's see what else was here that I was going to mention. I was just like, there was new reporting that apparently Simon Kinberg, who has done a lot of the Star Trek movies and a lot of like bad X-Men stuff, is going to do a new Star Wars trilogy. I'm like, man, that is the last name I wanted attached to that. I like was going around in my life like, man, at least we don't have Simon Kinberg making Star Wars, and now that's what happens to me.
There's a time in my life where I was like, you can't even do an episode number after 9. And I'm like, maybe give us an episode 10. Maybe see if we can have a nicer way to wrap this shit up. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, one more go, please. Yeah.
Yeah. I have no idea. God. Hey, you saw what Death Stranding's on Xbox today, huh?
Yeah, I mean, and also like when I talked about it on Game Mess Mornings this morning, I was like,
you blew it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm stopped paying attention. Sony, I was like, Sony owned part of that. Apparently, no, not anymore. Apparently, the Kojima Productions took full ownership of that, of the IP there. So that's what happened.
That's surprising. Who gives up IP in the year 2024, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if there was like an option sort of scenario where it's like, unless Sony were to like commit this much more to it down the line, the rights revert over to Kojima. I bet there's something like that in the contract, and so this was just like a natural outcome. Like, sure, they're making Death Stranding 2. They are doing that, but I don't get the sense that Sony's like building their future on Death Stranding. That does not seem to be what they were doing there.
No.
Mass Effect TV series, huh? I'll watch it.
I won't, but I don't watch anything, right? Like even that Fallout show, everybody liked it. I like Fallout enough, and I was like, maybe I'll watch this one, and then I don't. So I just don't really watch TV shows ever. Yeah, that's just like the last thing I think of to do when I have downtime is like I'll go in my living room and watch TV. I don't know why I'm like that. I used to like to watch TV, and I just don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Things change. You'll be an old man and you'll catch up on on the TV then.
Yeah, that would rule. Or maybe I'll just watch Flintstones reruns.
Yeah, same thing. All right, that does it for the big topics I want to talk about. We got plenty of super chats in. Thanks everybody. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll read those. We'll get into a game. Talk about what you people want to talk about right after this.
People.
All right, that's a break.
All right, I'm ready.
Jump back into it.
Yeah, I'm ready to.
Let's go.
All right, we're back into it. Mike, super chats, please.
Simon Esty says, I love your transition to camera work, but as someone trying to get in the industry, I definitely miss reading your work. Do you two ever miss writing?
Sometimes, occasionally. I don't miss trying to like find a news story to write about every couple hours per day or anything like that, even though I really like video game news. But there's definitely times where it's like, man, I wish I could take the time. It is one of those things that unless I'm forced into a situation, I'm just not going to do it. So I'm like thinking about ways, like what could I do to like force myself to sit down and write? Because otherwise with the ADHD, it's I could always be doing something else is how I feel about everything. So that's a hard environment in which to write.
I still write sometimes, but still, it's kind of no. I don't know. I like doing the camera stuff. I don't know. I am a bit of an immediate gratification kind of guy, Jeff. And, I immediately see how people are reacting to what I do when I'm doing stuff like this. I'm just immediately talking and it's out there. The writing, so much of that stuff goes under the radar these days. Unfortunately, there's maybe a time and a place that could have felt more rewarding in some ways, but this is definitely a better fit for me. Although, we both have to write our bit for that EGM book here soon.
I keep I got to do that before I go to Disney for sure, Mike. So definitely bump that for me because I'm gonna sit down and do that tomorrow.
That sounds good.
All right. Yep.
I have an Iron Maiden concert tomorrow. I gotta do.
Oh, really? That'll be fun. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Next one here is from Simon from Saskatchewan. Men's Health Month, so everyone get checked. Not 40 yet, but I'm diagnosed with prostate cancer. It's early stage, so I can do something about it. So don't wait. Get screened. Love you guys. Thanks, Simon, I'm glad that you got yours caught early.
Yep.
Hope everybody else gets checked, especially, 40 is like the number is supposed to do it. I don't think it hurts to do it earlier. One nice thing about having Crohn's, Jeff, plenty of doctor's fingers in my butt.
Yeah,
so
they're
been
like
checked.
they're basically constantly in there, right? Yeah.
Yes. So one thing I'm not too worried about. I have that checked at least. So that's good.
Yeah, fat cancer. Also, I think the new prostate screening is non-invasive. If you feel weird about that.
Yeah.
What's the fuck?
Well, not for you, Mike.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
Hey, shout out to you, Simon. Stay healthy, man. We got your back.
Simon also says, for all that's going on, could next theme week be Friendship Week? Can play games like Party Animals. Has to be the funniest stream y'all have done. Oh God, the Party Animals.
Party Animals was really good, wasn't that? Yeah, that's a good idea. We could use a Friendship Week or something along those lines. Jan's definitely perking up. It was nice to see him on Game S Mornings this morning, but then I basically sent him right back to bed. And so as he's like on the mend, we'll talk about maybe doing another themed week here pretty soon. It's gonna be hairy the next 8 weeks with Game of the Year stuff and me out, and Jan's traveling too. I hope he's still traveling. I hope he can. The whole bunch of stuff. So we'll see when we can fit it in, but we will try to do our best to do some more stuff like that. I liked all those themes week.
Give me my Mist playthrough series.
Yes.
Give me and the people what they want. Monday mornings Mist with Mitch, aka Mike.
You're gonna do a morning show.
Well, we'll be morning in the West Coast. It'll be 10 a.m. West Coast time. 1 p.m. for me, let's say.
I like it. Yeah, we also got to do a Days Sean, right? I was in the hole when that happened. So I still don't know how that happened. Is it just that was one of the goals?
That was just
the last one. We couldn't think of anything. So I was like, all right, screw it. Everyone in the chat saying it. Fine, I'll do Days Sean.
Yeah, way to go, chat.
That might have to be a in the new year thing, because then it might be a little awkward to do like one episode this month, one episode in December, and then nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fine with me. We'll make that happen.
I committed to a full playthrough. I don't know if you saw that, Jeff.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah. You do a lot when you're like 10 drinks deep.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
There's that banana shot or whatever that was.
That banana shot fucked me up. Holy shit.
Ali Miracle says, just a thanks from me to you boys in these times. Game Mess and Giant Ball communities have always been a welcoming place, and the kind things I have seen, both me and others, has been amazing. Love you, folks, and trans fucking rights. That's right, Miracle. I know you said this about Giant Bomb, but it's the answer too. We always want to make a welcoming place for everyone, including all of our trans and non-binary and anything else friends. So yeah, I hope everybody continues to feel welcome and safe here. Yeah, and
we're gonna do our best not to be miserable. Like everything else is gonna be miserable. So we'll do our best to stay positive, and it's not gonna there's not gonna be a lot of reasons, right? So we just won't be one more reason, right?
Right. I feel guilty about it sometimes, but I'm still gonna be me.
Exactly.
Allie Miracle says, also, Jeff, please stop getting your hair butchered. And Mike, it's more of a porn stash than a cop stash. IMO, it suits. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I was about to say, that's a like buck naked type.
I think it started as a cop stash and it's turned into a porn stash somehow, as his 5 o'clock shadow begins filtering in there.
I got to remember what Ron Jeremy looks like now.
I look more like Ron Jeremy than you do.
Yeah.
I listen, Allie Miracle, I'm not happy about the most recent thing that happened to my hair, but it was for the kids. So what can I say?
I kind of wanted to try a mustache. I'm just a coward and needed this to do it. So here we are. I am excited to see some. There's a lot of family that hasn't seen it yet. I want to see their reaction.
I'm excited to hear about that. That's fun.
Yeah, it'll be like my uncle's going to this Iron Maiden concert tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see what he thinks of this. He'll have no idea. Empanada Eater says, how much do we need to super chat to unleash the mullet hashtag? What's your price, Jeff, to take that hat off? I don't know if we're allowed to accept tips to disrobe.
Yeah, but I think saying that I can reveal the haircut, like not saying I'm taking something off, but I will reveal the haircut. I don't know. If someone says reveal the haircut with $10, I'll do it. Yeah.
No, well, I think we can make that happen. Al Grug says, man, it's been a week. Not sure what the future's going to bring, but thank you guys for what you do. Mike's mustache for Game Mess Hall of Fame. We should do a like Mount Rushmore or something of video game mustaches because you got Mario.
You got Mario, right?
Old Snake.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, then then we'd have to like really dig deep, but I bet we'd be able to find some good ones.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Everyone remind us that we want to do that next week. That'd be fun. And Derek says, do you guys know any good video games to help take the mind off things coming out in the next 4 years or so? Also, any good alcoholic drink suggestions? It's going to be a long 4 years. Hey, time to get into World of Warcraft. So Final Fantasy 14. That's something to take up a lot of time. There you go.
Yeah, I am gonna play Metaphor now, and I'm gonna take a really long time to play it.
Yeah, you should really think about if fiction can impact reality or whatever.
And just drink Everclear or moonshine. just destroy those cells that can remember things in your brain. There you go.
Anna Ford Perez says, I feel like an anomaly because I couldn't stomach more than a few hours of both GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption. Think they'll update the outdated mission and gameplay design, or will we see more of the same because it works so well? I think it's going to be more but bigger.
Yeah, more but bigger. There'll be some like maybe some pricing tech stuff here or there, but it'll be more but bigger. Like that's what the people want, and you're spending that much money, you kind of have to give people what they want.
That boy Jerry says, shout out to our friends at Remap Radio doing their 2024 Save Point stream right now, raising money for aid in Palestine and Lebanon. Don't know if I can link it in Super Chat, but they're doing great. Thank you, Jerry. Yeah, I mean, look them up on Twitch.
Yeah,
Remap
it's twitch.tv/Remap Radio. And they've been going since this afternoon. They started off with Neo Turf Masters. And
that's good taste.
Yes, absolutely. And they're just going to be playing all weekend long. They're all in person. Boy, it's already been a fun stream. So yeah. If you want to save some money for the super chats, go give it to Palestinian aid. Helps help the folks out in Gaza. You should do that.
For something completely different, here's Chris Pratt, who says, rough week. Just remember that when Mario stomps the tupa goes inside itself, but eventually gets back up. Don't give up. Thank you, Chris Pratt.
Is that where I am right now?
I think I have a guess who you voted for. Thank you.
I'm inside my tuba shell right now.
Listen, this is a Chris Pratt from another timeline. This is like the good one.
Yeah, this is our Chris Pratt.
Yeah, this one only cares about stomping on tubas. Nothing else matters.
Which is a good thing to care about. Good for you, Chris Pratt.
Mikey O'Leary says, turning 40 and flying to Disney World tomorrow. Thanks for being my packing soundtrack and for the charitable torment you went through last weekend. Oh gosh, we had more fun than torture last weekend, right?
Even the torture was fun.
You had the most torture. Some of it self-inflicted.
Sure.
Much of it not.
Much of it not. Some of it, yes. Yeah.
But some of it.
Definitely some of it, yeah. It was, I do keep occasionally having flashbacks to being in that room alone with noobs for an hour and a half. And
God.
Yeah. If I never watch another second of that movie, it won't be soon enough. Boy.
And maybe we have to convince Dan that it's played out. Nobody wants any more noobs.
I mean, it is probably like we did. Like, what more can we do with that? But yeah, it might be tough.
Unless we started getting like Jason Mewes involved, I don't know.
Sabrina Carpenter performs her scene live.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Hey, have fun at Disney World. Give us a little trip report when you get back. I'd love to know you did anything especially fun or anything interesting.
Absolutely, want to hear if you saw any like early Christmas stuff and things like that.
And Derek says the chances of Switch 2 news during Jeff's trip, that'd be incredible.
Pretty high.
You think high? Because you're going right before Thanksgiving?
Yeah, just because I'll be gone, though. So,
yeah, but they're not going to do it like in between the election and Thanksgiving. I mean, they might.
It's probably happening next year at this point.
It's probably January.
Yep.
Jennifer Perez says, what's going to be the horse balls of GTA 5?
The horses will have 3 balls, and also it'll have horses. GTA this time, so it'll just be horse balls again, but bigger.
I like that. Okay, yeah, it's just a lot of horses, of courses. I mean, I bet they'll show like there'll be like a SeaWorld equivalent, and something bizarrely sexual will happen there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think like what could you be like walking around? It's maybe like perspiration or like they did a lot of stuff with like San Andreas, right? Where it's like your character eats too much and they'll get fat, and then you work out and they get skinny again and stuff like that. So it's like they've kind of done a lot of those ideas already in Grand Theft Auto. I don't know, there's much ground left for them, untapped there for them to like play around with, like your characters experiencing the world and then their bodies changing to reflect that.
Jedi Moss 4 says, will Death Stranding 1 plus 2 come to Switch 2 / Xbox? Well, I assumed Xbox, but because we had Death Stranding 1 there, I don't know why 2 wouldn't eventually come there now, or maybe just come there on release at this point now. Switch 2, Death Stranding 1 as a Switch 2 game, I don't see why not now.
Yeah, I think so. It probably will be.
Cody Bishop says, how will Trump tariffs affect Switch 2 and PlayStation 5 Pro? You kind of talked about this a bit, but prices should go up, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think he's talking like a 10% global tariff, so like on everything. So, and like tariffs people don't know, they're a tax that a company has to pay when they bring a product into a country. So if you make a console in China and then you ship to the United States, you can't ship it to the United States without paying this tariff. And the way that the companies always pay for that tax is they increase the price. There's just no other way to make it make sense. Either that or they don't release the thing in the country, which is what happens in a lot of countries in like South America that have really high tariffs. The reason they don't get consoles for a very long time is like we either make it in that country, which would be prohibitively expensive and dangerous and be a security issue, or we just pay this massive tax every time. So on top of that 10% global tax, he does talk about a 60% tariff for like electronics made in China, which would just be a massive increase in price for every single console and GPU and everything. It would just be,
oh my God,
it'd be wild. It'd be insane.
The 50 series is about to come out like next year. This is going to be disastrous. It's going to be so bad for that.
And the thing with the tariffs is he can kind of do it unilaterally. He doesn't need Congress to do tariffs. So
he would have Congress anyways.
He would have Congress anyway. Although Congress might be like, we just got out of inflation. This might be a bad. Some of them will be gun shy about this, but that won't matter.
Is it optimistic of me to be like, well, he says a lot of things and doesn't actually do them. Right, yes. But
it did, like last time he said a lot of things, and the one things he did do were tariffs on China and things like that. So, yeah, listen, I hope he gets distracted, is too lazy, and just goes golfing too. But, yeah, this easily could happen.
Fudsack says that stash looks like a controller. Which system? This is the
PS6 double-ended banana controller. Not PS6, the PS3, whatever the one. The boomerang.
The PS3 boomerang. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yes.
And then you jumped in with the wrong answer.
With the wrong words. Yes.
Yes. Well, first off, who never called it the boomerang controller? What did you call it? The double-ended banana controller?
It's just like got a banana shape to it or whatever.
Yeah, like one banana. I don't know why you had to throw double in there.
Double-ended?
Well, I was going to say,
why are you such a stupid piece of shit?
Anyway, boomerang controller.
Yeah, that's the answer. Thank you very much. YouTube crashed. One moment. Why does YouTube keep crashing?
Oh, my YouTube crashed as soon as we started the super chats. Also, Sean's still recovering from the sauna. I don't know if I'm ever going to recover. This just might be permanent now.
Tyrant says, speaking of Death Stranding, I have long had the theory that the 1-2 punch of Death Stranding and Red Dead Redemption 2 being Dan's most hyped games, then hating them, motivated him leaving the games industry. Grubb, get the answer. I had no idea he was hyped for Red Dead Redemption 2. That's interesting.
Well, he likes Red Dead Redemption. He likes that a lot. Yeah. I think it's, I don't know if it's one of his favorite games, but I know he loves that game. So, yeah, they were definitely hyped. But
yeah.
He
turned around on Death Stranding, though. He likes Death Stranding now.
I completely understand Dan not liking Death Stranding. I'm almost a little bit more confused what did turn him around on it.
Well, I think that...
Were you not here when we heard that story over the weekend?
On the weekend?
He told us that he watched Bonk play it, and the way that she was like sort of just stopping and taking the time to analyze the situation, like figure out like what sort of creative things she could do, caused him to like rethink how you approach any of the obstacles in the game rather than just trying to rush from beginning to end. Apparently, he said that changed his perspective on it.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that conversation.
I thought he was like, I watched the cutscene and they look dumb. And that's why he liked them.
Well, I think he still
I
doesn't
got
like
it
the
wrong.
story, but maybe I'm wrong about that. I thought that was the case,
I
though.
don't know. Downraker is a mystery.
That's right.
Oh,
We
yeah.
need to,
Speaking of Dan going to WWE, Bryce D. Shuck with their first super chat says, just signed my first WWE
Woo!
deal. Excuse me. Thank you for all the workouts and long car rides that you've gotten me through. Been listening from exploding
Yeah,
barrel
look at
to
that.
now. Appreciate both of you and AJ and maybe Sean and Christian. Oh my God, Bryce, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
This might be my favorite super chat ever. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, serious congrats.
Yeah, congratulations. Enjoy this moment. Have a good time. Keep working. Very proud of you. Thank you. I'm going to send that to AJ. EP Idiot Box says, thank you for being sources of positivity. On behalf of the Latino community, the Game S crew is officially invited to the carne asada. Bring beer.
Hell
All right,
yes.
I'll bring the land sharks.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic to me. Thank you so much, EP.
I think I need to be tested for a shellfish allergy.
Yeah, I think you do.
I made myself take a Margaritaville, everybody. That's why. Because I had shrimp there, and then I was sick for a bit. And then the last time I had shrimp when I was traveling, I also got sick. I don't want to be allergic to shellfish.
Maybe
I just got unlucky.
Yeah, could be.
Shrimp,
Could just be that, because I like... Shrimp's one thing. I love crab. I don't want to lose crab. I can't afford to lose crab in my life. I can't afford. So we'll
Can't
get
afford
that
to
looked at.
lose crab.
I can't afford to lose crab.
It's 2024. It's all I got left.
It's all I have left. Next up is from Cody Bishop. It says, election has me so depressed. I feel disenfranchised. It's hard to feel hopeful for the future. Got my PS5 Pro today, and it's not helping. Yeah. Sometimes you can disassociate in a healthy way, I suppose. It's always difficult because, of course, it's this tightrope of like, well, you can't give up the fight and all that stuff. But, the doom scrolling, the constantly being online, at a certain point, we got to just be ready to take things as they come and be ready to deal with them, not, just be a completely hedonistic asshole or anything like that. But I think you said, Jeff, a lot of people want you to be miserable. Don't let them have that. You could still go out there and find joy in life. You could still help your community in a much more micro level. You could still have healthy interactions, positive interactions with people and the world, and you could still have fun with your hobbies and interests and grow as a person. They probably can't take that away from you yet.
Yeah, not yet. They'll try to find
Be
somebody.
happy to spite them.
There you go.
Do that.
Exactly. Yeah, and try something else. Shift things up a little bit. Go for a walk. Go for a hike. Go camping. Get outside a little bit. Get some fresh air. Reset things a little bit. It's kind of what I've needed to do here over the last couple of days, and it's helped a ton.
Edgar Marino says, show the goods. There you go, Jeff. Unleash.
Wait, he's talking about the mullet, okay?
Yeah. I forgot the word for mullet. Unleash the mullet. There you go. That just looks not bad at all. Really doesn't look. That just looks good.
I think it looks weird because like sometimes the hair will just pop off on the sides here, and it just looks kind of like. I think I look exactly like one of the Nasty Boys, not the friends of the site or the pod.
It was the actual
wrestling boy, and like during their like WWE or WCW days where they were like older and stuff like that. So yeah.
See, but when it just like blends into the back of your chair there, like that looks good.
Yeah. Like, if I just do a little,
jackass,
honestly,
that looks good.
Honestly, what I'm saying is, I would just have to do a little bit of work. In my normal hair, I don't have to do anything, and it looks fine. And here, it's like I would have to do a little bit, and it looks pretty good.
I had to touch my hair a little bit to be handsome.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the cross I have to bear.
I have a random tangent.
Oh, please.
My next door house is for sale.
You gonna buy it?
Day. No, but it's the fourth time it's gone on sale since I moved in here like 6 years ago. It's for sale a lot.
It's the Babu store. It always goes. It's the Seinfeld episode where like the story is always like closing because it's just a back corner.
I'm just worried. It can't be me, right? People would love to be my neighbor.
I wasn't sure what you were getting at. I should have known. It was you making it about yourself. I should. No, I bet it's just like, it probably has gone up in value each time, and people are like, let's just flip this shit.
There's always it's always some like either young couple or single guy who moves in there, and then like a year later they like start a family. It's like, oh crap, we need a bigger house.
I think you might have. I think you might have cracked it, Mike. Yeah,
I think I might have cracked. It's just like everybody's starter home. Apparently, I just want to. The one was so good because they had the kid and they stuck around for a little bit, and I was like getting kind of closer to them, and they had the fence, and I'm like, I was like, I'm gonna be Wilson from Home Improvement.
Man, you'd be a good Wilson.
I know. I'm gonna give this kid so much life advice over the fence. It's gonna be great. And yeah, they moved. Shit. Oh, Grug says, did Mike bring back Jeff's hair, or is he a bad person? Also, call it Mighty Mitch's Midday Mist Madness. If you can't get up in time, ending in hey. That's pretty good too. No, I did take the hair. Somebody suggested it, and I just didn't want to have to.
Well, no, but I mean,
explain that to TSA.
Yeah. Also, like it was not your fault because my hair got mixed in with your facial clippings. And so it was like this unholy amalgamation of our two hairs from our body together.
It was a gay mess hair orgy.
Yes, and you have to burn it at that point. You can't. Nothing else can be done about that.
Absolutely. The next is Lazy Stegosaurus says, why does Grubb look hot with any haircut? Ooh woo.
I don't know.
Ooh woo.
Just a lot of love. My hair
just built like that.
Yeah, just built like that. I'm just built different. That's all.
That's it for the super chats for right now.
One more just came in.
Oh, Quiet Alien. Thank you, says. First super chat. Thanks so much. Thanks for keeping our moods up with all the bullshit happening and also keeping me busy while cooking. What's your favorite dish/thing you can cook? Yeah, I've been thinking about this. I really want to make a big pot of chili soon. It's
chili season, yeah.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like the tastiest thing that I can cook, but it's there's something very pleasant about cooking chili. It's kind of fun. There's a lot of room for sort of jazz when you're making chili. So I never do measurements or anything like that. I just kind of get what I think I need, maybe try something a little bit different here or there. And it always comes out at least good enough. And you can do so many things with chili, and you can keep for a while. You can freeze it. So yeah, big fat bowl of chili.
Yeah, I like recently it's definitely been just like, this is cheating because it's the instant Japanese curry. That's a nice meal because you make some chicken, make some rice, you boil down that curry. It's real tasty. But Steph typically makes this, but I've made it a couple times. But when either way, whoever's making it, this is like my very much good mood food, and it is chicken biscuit, where it is cream of chicken soup. Like just a bunch of shredded chicken, some flaky biscuits in there, and it just makes me feel so happy and warm and tasty. In fact, it's like this is the time of year where we make it, and I love that shit. It's so good.
My favorite thing my mom makes, and I gotta actually maybe learn how to make this, or maybe not. It's probably incredibly unhealthy. It's these chicken crescent rolls, where she gets like that Pillsbury Doughboy like croissant roll stuff, those triangles. And you just wrap kind of shredded chicken and cheese in it.
That sounds good, yeah.
And then you put them in like this kind of cream of mushroom soup.
Yeah, that sounds very similar, mixture. Yeah.
It's very good. It is so good. We got one more here from an Ico. It says, first super chat, thank you so much. It says, my name is Mike Minotti, and I just shit my pants.
All right, we got him. We got him, everybody? All right, good. That was I tried my best not to laugh during.
Yeah, you want to get as clean a read as possible. Got the clean read.
All right.
Incredible.
Well done. Got him, everybody.
Maybe I do miss being a writer. I think that's it for the super chats.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, so much. Yeah. Very generous. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and if you have any more, apparently I will read anything. So send them in. We'll read them before the end of the show. Don't worry. Man, the super chats just went all over the place.
Yeah,
today.
They really covered the gamut. Yeah, ran the gamut.
Yeah, we got the full cycle. So thank you so much. Oh, one more for Cody Bishop. Give recipe for cheese, omen, and flaky biscuit. This one looks like they're typing real fast because they're afraid they're going to miss it. They want the recipe for your.
We need the recipe for the cheese omen.
The cheese omen, the flaky biscuit. What's the recipe, Jeff?
For
is this your thing or my thing? Actually,
I think it might be your thing because
it might be my.
Honestly, my thing. You could make this with like you just go get the Pillsbury, like the flaky donuts, the ones you could like flake off the layers, or donuts, biscuits. Then get the cream of chicken soup and just heat that up, and then you can honestly get any chicken you want. Even like canned shredded chicken, and you just throw that all together.
This does sound very. Our two things do sound very similar.
Yes, and then mashed potatoes. And that's sort of the base. So yep, just very good. Very tasty.
You like mashed potatoes, but not pasta.
I like instant mashed potatoes. Yeah. Yes, I do. No. Okay, wait, no. I don't dislike pasta. I just feel always disappointed in it, I think.
But it's the sauce. We already talked about this. You have mediocre sauce. That's
It's
why
okay.
you don't like pasta.
It's okay.
Okay, I believe you.
He said
I
what
don't
he
think
said.
you're wrong.
I'm gonna make you some pasta.
I'm not like standing my ground on this. I want to like pasta, everybody.
I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna fix you. I can fix you.
The cheese omen has spoken.
Jeez, oh man. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. We have a game of some sort to play here.
All right, break.
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh,
The cheese omen. I was looking at this guy, this Simon Kinberg guy.
Yeah.
His life, his work is another roller coaster.
yes,
tell me,
that
because-
is very much a
because
good way of
this-
putting it.
Motherfucker, he did Jumper, which then he did first X-Men First Class.
Yeah, that's good,
Great
right? But that's
movie.
good because of the fucking energy of the Matt Vaughn, right? Didn't he direct it? Who directed First Class, or was that?
It was Matt Vaughn.
Yeah, Matt Vaughn can make a script go. At least he could back then.
Yeah. I lost the. Oh no! IMDb is broken. I broke
IMDb.
IMDb.
Turned to shit, just like fucking Restream.io. I think if you guys want to meet the two maddest people about Restream in the world, just get me and Jan talking about it. It's like that's all. Honestly, it's kind of all we talk about now is how much we're so mad at Restream.
Oh, you sure about that, Chief?
Yeah, well, okay. Oh, you too? Yes. Oh, that's
Remember
right. That
this
was
weekend?
Oh my God, yeah, that cost you just massive headaches all weekend. That's God.
Yep.
Why would they fucking do that to that site?
My friends, also the NGP boys, also complain about Restream.
Oh
So
boy.
it seems
As they
like, yeah.
should.
Well, we're all in that
Yeah.
boat now.
They
Jeff,
did
get this game framed up.
Elysium.
Yep, I'm getting it right now. There's that. There's this.
He did Elysium, which is I love Elysium. It's so good. And right before that, he did Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Oh
What is
yeah,
this
that
guy?
movie.
I feel like this guy should throw money at whoever tells him. He's just like, "You have money." He's like, "Yeah, sure," and he just gives money away.
Yep.
Yeah, Dark Phoenix. Oh my God, this guy.
You're talking about bad X-Men movies?
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about Simon Kinberg,
So yes.
Okay.
director, screenwriter, and producer.
Sean, I should just have the gray box, the inner gray box.
Just the inner gray box. Yep. I
Alright.
framed it up in every other way.
Okay.
Oh, I bought a cool. There's a Christmas Metroid sweater for pre-sale on the Yeti that I bought today. I'm
Hey.
excited for.
Ooh, good job.
Oh.
Cute.
Good job in buying.
Steph has finally told me I have too many clothes. So,
Ooh,
so I've gotten,
wow.
and she's not wrong. I've known this, but I was kind of
Wow.
hoping it wouldn't ever get
Yeah.
brought up. So I'm like, I gotta start getting rid of some stuff. I'm gonna
Oh, no.
buy new shirts from the Yeti and shit.
Oh, let me know if you say it's good. I bet I could wear some of your crap.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I could like give some stuff
Oh,
to
yeah,
you.
It's just hand me down.
Yeah. Okay. Why does it say totally innocent game? He.
Who can say?
Oh, it says that.
All right, we're framed up. I'm ready to go. If you boys are ready, I'll bring it back in.
Let's go.
All right. All right, we're back. I'm your host, Jeff Grubb, but I'm no longer your host. Now the host is Turbo Sean McDowell. Take it away, please.
The hell you mean you like instant mashed potatoes?
It's when I was a kid and it was Thanksgiving, my mom would like do a lot of the instant stuff, and so I got a taste for like instant mashed potatoes and stovetop stuffing. So now when I get the real shit, it's like, oh, this isn't what I had as a kid, so it's a little bit different. I don't think it's bad,
Okay.
but I'm like, it's very much like the nostalgic.
Stovetop stuffing though, that stuff rules.
Oh yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yes, stovetop.
I do not want my stuffing coming out of a bird's ass. No, it needs to be from a box or a can made in a pan with
Yes.
some butter.
Definitely,
Yeah.
and I just happen to feel the same exact way then about instant mashed potatoes.
Okay, well, you know what? You're wrong, but
That's
I want to make
oh,
those
okay.
potato chip mashed potatoes real bad.
potato. Like with that, like mixed in with potato chips.
Apparently, you can just take because potato chips are just
Yeah.
dehydrated potato.
Totally.
Apparently, you just gotta mix those with some some heavy cream or something or milk and put it in a microwave and then you mix it up. You got mashed
scalloped
potatoes.
Huh. Scalloped
Ooh, I do like
potatoes are
scallop.
also very good. That's
So-
good shit.
okay.
Instant
Caramel
scalloped potatoes
sauce.
as well. Yeah.
Okay, well, anyways, we need to move on from Detroit over here on
Hey,
to
what's up?
Super Dan for the Quest for Critiques.
Oh boy.
Directed
I
by
get this
Beef.
reference.
Partially made this while using a VR headset. Hammer. Hosted by me, Sean. Would also use VR to escape Ohio. McDowell. True.
Yeah, fair.
And, of course, in association with, but with no approval from, Dan Reichert.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Wow. He welcomes you into his home.
Well, he knows what he did. Anyways, what is Super Dan for the Quest for Critiques? Well, our good friend Beef Hammer has returned with a few more reviews and a game that we're going to play around them. However, this time we're mixing up how we're revealing everything here. Worse off, Beef is bored with you two. This
Oh,
time,
Say,
Don't
Dan,
blame.
it's time to shine.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give each of you some bullet points, one at a time, from a review from Dan Reichert. Every time a bullet point is given, you may make one guess at what the game is. We'll alternate so that way you can, take turns guessing first.
I get it.
Whoever identifies the game first gets a point, and you may receive one bonus point if you can guess the review score Dan gave.
Oh, hell yeah.
This will be interesting. See how much you know about Dan. And then, of course, due to our corporate best executives, Dan's Game Informer reviews were erased. I don't know if you were aware of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it.
But thankfully, we found them archived. So shout out to the Wayback Machine and Internet Archive.
Sounds good.
What's the
Let's
Game
do it.
Informer review scale? They do like 1 to 10, but with
I think I've had 0.25s.
I will say all of these scores, I'm thinking back, are on a 10-point scale with some quarter points. Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, go for
40 point scale.
go for that quarter point scale. Yeah.
The Famitsu.
Exactly. The Famitsu. Just God, Dan and Famitsu. What a combination there.
Mhm.
Anyways, I flipped a coin to see who would go first, and is Jeff will pick. You'll just take turns on each bullet point, making a guess.
Okay.
All right?
Yep. Sounds good.
And,
you said pick, but I think maybe you misspoke. Do I have to pick something, or I'm just guessing?
A game from the thousands and thousands of video games that are out there in
is
the
the
world.
word.
You are guessing the game.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yes. All right. Game number 1. Concept. Return to the world of a classic and improve upon it.
Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Mike.
I don't get another bullet point.
Nope, not
Gosh, I don't know if he would have still been a Game Informer. This might be late. Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds.
Wow!
Nicely done.
Well done.
Mikey. We had so
Hell
many
yeah.
more bullet points there, but no, Mike got it.
Don't-
One.
I don't
Fucking
need it.
sniper shot.
Don't need it.
All right, now Mike, for the bonus point, what did Dan give A Link Between Worlds?
I bet he gave it a 9.5.
Can I guess?
Go for
No.
it.
I think he gave it a 10.
You won't get points, but you can guess.
Yeah.
You think he gave it a perfect 10?
He's probably
Yeah, he
should've
sure
done
did, didn't he?
Should have just gone with the 10. He's not wrong. It's so good.
Yeah, it's an amazing video game. So yeah.
That game is that old. Link Between Worlds is 11 years old. Shit.
Yeah. 3DS was a while ago, man.
Retro game.
Man, I guess so.
I know, time dilation because of the fucking pandemic, but yeah.
Oh,
it's
sure,
wild.
yeah.
Game number 2, Mikey's gonna guess first here. First bullet point is fans of Rocksteady's Batman games should enjoy Blank's fighting system as it features Blank countering and attacking like he was the Cape Crusader himself.
Yeah, I'm going to guess X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Nope. Jeff?
Shit.
Fans of Rocksteady's Batman games should enjoy Blank's fighting system as it features Blank countering. Okay, so the name is the character, or that's going to be very important. I mean, I'll say, I don't know, Deadpool.
Nope. All right, so second bullet point here. Blank has enough entertainment value to justify Blank's decision to save it from cancellation, but also displays a lack of polish that makes its troubled development evident.
Oh man,
Mike?
Oof, okay. What is I don't know why I'm doing this. God, if I could really think about this, I bet I could come up with it. I'm not gonna look at chat in case they're throwing out suggestions. Don't do that, chat, if you are.
Yeah, Chad, don't do that.
I'm gonna say Brutal Legend.
No. Jeff?
Shit.
Save it from cancellation. It's nothing to miss value. Decision to save it from cancel. Spider-Man Web of Shadows.
No. All right. Bullet point 3. Blank can arrange drug busts via security cameras, participate in fight clubs and street races, find hidden statues that unlock new melee moves at the dojo, and pray at shrines to increase maximum health. Mike?
What is Sleeping Dogs? What is?
What is Sleeping Dogs? A good video game.
That's a good game.
I know one quite a bit. All right, really another point for Mikey there. Can you guess the score that Dan gave it?
He sounded slightly downish on it, not so much of it. Maybe he was more of like a 7.5 on this one.
Okay, Jeff, for funsies.
I think 7.5 sounds good. I'll say 7.75. Why not?
Oh, okay. 7.75.
So, you're really good at that part.
You're pretty at that part. I'm not going to be good at this other part. I'm realizing.
With our powers combined.
Yeah.
All right, going back to Jeff, guessing first on this one. Game number 3, bullet point 1. Fewer and fewer titles in modern gaming are entertaining within minutes of picking them up. Most are filled with slowly paced tutorial sections or long cutscenes, so it takes a while to get to the good stuff. Blank wastes no time at all.
I'll go with. Yeah, what's a game that just goes, but one that Dan would like too, because it seems like he's super into it. What is? Well, I just did the thing too. What is? I did the Jeopardy. What is?
I've trained you guys too.
Yeah.
Well.
Let's see. Shooters just keep coming to mind, like side-scrolling shooters. Actually, you know what? Titanfall 2.
No, Mikey.
What is Doom?
No.
Shit. Okay.
Bullet point 2. 4-player competitive gameplay brings memories of Smash Bros. To mind, and first and foremost, but its one-hit kills and constant intensity also conjure up moments from classic Bomberman.
Towerfall? Towerfall? Yeah, okay.
It is Towerfall.
All right.
Jeff gets a point on the board.
Good job.
Here's a bonus point chance.
I'm gonna go with I'll go with a 9.
This was the game that he used as an excuse to rally against cutscenes.
It's an interesting pick.
Yeah, okay. I'll say he gave it a 9.25.
9 out of 10. Jeff gets the bonus point.
He tied it up.
Tied up at 2. Nicely done.
Damn. Okay.
All right. Game number 4. Going back to Mikey. In the blank years I've been doing this, way to blank that out, I can honestly say that blank is the worst game I've ever reviewed.
What is Highway to Hell Retribution?
Not the name of that game, but also wrong.
Shit.
Jeff.
Shit. God, that's like the only thing that comes to mind too, Mike. Because it's like
I thought I had it because I thought he told us that it was the worst game he ever reviewed. I don't know.
I'm trying. Like he's definitely mentioned some games where and he's like, I think he said like that's the worst one I ever reviewed, and now I can't think of any of them. What are some bad games he always tries to make us play?
Ooh.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna even have a good guess here. I'm gonna have to pass.
Any guess?
No, I'll just pass because I can't think of it.
Just pass? Okay, fair enough. Bullet point 2. When you first start the game, you're given the ability to create your own character. Once you're done perusing the various customization options, don't worry, it won't take long. It's time to rise through the ranks.
What is Hulk Hogan's main event?
Yeah, that's that. Right. Yes, he did review that game. Okay.
It came to me eventually. Hell yeah. Okay.
That's point for Mikey there. What do you think he gave Hulk Hogan's main event?
Like a 2?
Jeff?
0.25.
He gave it a 1 out of 10.
Okay. Come on.
Yes. I believe that is the worst review score he's ever given, I think. I think that's what he said last time we talked about it.
Yeah, it's very fun to be like, Game Informer gave that game a 10. but it's 10.
10 out of 100.
Uh-huh.
Okay, game number 5. We're back to Jeff. What the hell? Okay, sound. Poppy and upbeat tunes accompany you throughout the city of blank. Entertainment. It may not feature many jaw-dropping moments, but the game remains entertaining throughout.
Throughout the city of, Lego City Undercover.
No.
Yeah.
Mike.
Sunset Overdrive?
No.
I felt good about
All
that.
right, second clue, second hint. Blank powers are the star of the show in blank as the story struggles to maintain focus. Characters are constantly introduced and dismissed throughout the narrative, leaving you wondering who's important and who's disposable.
Huh. Interesting.
It's Jeff's pick first.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. My bad.
I'm like trying to remember the name of this game. That's where I'm at right now.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I mean, the one that I think might be right. I don't know if it's almost certainly not right, but it not. Yeah.
Ooh.
What is that? Damn, I don't want to say anything in case it's in case I can't think of it, and it'll set Mike off.
Got anything?
No, I'm struggling to remember the name. I'll pass.
Okay, Mike?
Agents of Mayhem?
No.
Shit.
All right, clue number 3. Challenge stages feature blank racing, flying, and sliding throughout the city in checkpoint races, and a lengthy side quest involves discovering the tale of 2 ghostly lovers. I enjoyed having options in between missions, but most of these distractions are fairly basic. Struggling to beat times in challenge stages isn't as enjoyable as leisurely collecting hidden gems flying around the city.
Huh.
Hmm.
Huh. Ghosts? Ghosts are involved. Interesting. This is to Jeff, right?
Yeah.
Yes, this is Jeff still.
All right. Let's see. Poppy music, challenge stages, and I guess
Ghosts, apparently.
Ghost apparently.
Got anything?
I'll Saints Row 2.
No. Interesting choice, though. Mike.
Yeah, gosh. I'm really struggling on this one. This is tough. I feel like I feel like it seems like there's enough clues here that should be distinct. Some kind of open world bullshit thing. Right? Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I don't think there's ghosts in that, though.
No, but also an interesting guess.
Okay.
All right, 4th clue. Originally planned as a PS3 title, Blank finally found its way to Sony's new portable, despite missing the system's launch window. Jeff.
Infamous something.
No.
Infamous.
Nope.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Nope.
Gravity Rush. Gravity Rush.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Gravity Rush.
It's Gravity Rush.
man.
Nicely done, Mike.
I've never
I don't know
played
why
that
it didn't occur
game.
to me.
Yeah.
That did
Hang
not
on, I
occur to
want
me
to see
soon.
what else Dan had to say about Gravity Rush. Down becomes up in Blank's solid Vita debut. Okay. Okay, the first couple of points, interesting. That's not what I remember thinking about Gravity Rush's story, but fair enough.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you think he gave Gravity Rush?
Sounds like he doesn't like it as much as me. I love this game. This is like
Same.
a 9 or something above. He seemed cooler on it. Like, if he just saw it,
Seems
he
like
might.
he liked the powers, but maybe not how anime it is.
Yeah. Jeff, you'd like this game. It's a agility orb game.
I know. I should play it. I just never have.
Yeah, maybe he was like a 7.75 on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll go with 7.25. 8.
Okay.
Went a little higher
That's
than
good.
me. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
The
Interesting.
game rules. The game rules. And the sequel, very good too.
All right, game number 6. Mike, you're going to start us off here. Slick production values, solid controls, and a ton of fan service can't make up for mediocre progression and a lack of content.
Interesting. Mediocre progression and a lack of content. Fan service. Fans, gosh, there's so little going on. It's like it could be anything. The first one is difficult. I gotta think like franchises that Dan even would be reviewing, although sometimes it was things you wouldn't even expect. Something fan servicey. Gosh, I don't know. No, that's stupid. I was gonna say No More Heroes 2. That makes zero sense. Maybe I don't know why I keep going back to Saints Row. Maybe this time I'll say Saints Row 4. You probably love that game.
No.
Saints Row 4.
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm just as lost. I'm just gonna throw out Medal of Honor 2012.
Hell yeah.
Fan service for okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, like I said, I'm throwing it out there.
Bullet point 2, multiplayer's progression shortcomings aren't remedied by Blank's single player offerings. Included are 5 training missions, a tutorial, an AI battle on each of the 4 planets, and a standard wave-based survival mode. Mike?
Okay, that narrows it down, but gosh, okay, again, fan service is what keeps throwing me off. Like gosh, some kind of sci-fi multiplayer shooter with a bad single player mode, 5 a tutorial, an AI battle on each of the 4 planets. There's only 4 planets. That seems important. Gosh, I'm getting worried. It's like something I haven't played. Everything I'm thinking of definitely has a more substantial player mode than that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it's not like Titanfall 1. So I guess I'm just gonna have to guess something here and say I guess I have to guess Titanfall. I got nothing else. Titanfall.
It is not Titanfall. Jeff?
AI battle on each of the 4 planets. Single player offer. I don't. Lost Planet 2.
Nope. All right, third bullet point. Hero Hunt is an 8-player mode in which one player assumes the role of a named hero or villain, while the rest of the group tries to take them down.
Okay. It's like I think it's got it. It's like is it a Star Wars who's he what's it? But then like what Star Wars would it be? Like named hero or villain? I mean, Battlefront 1 didn't have much of a single player mode. The new one. Part of me's like, was Dan still writing at that point? Maybe Battlefront 1's probably longer than I think now. I'm gonna guess Star Wars Battlefront. Oh yeah,
very
well done.
good,
Yeah.
Mikey.
okay,
Yeah.
we did it. We got there. Okay,
Got there
exciting.
eventually. Yeah, I was screaming internally.
Mhm.
You guys not knowing about this sci-fi multiplayer.
I
Anyways,
know.
Mike, what do you think Dan gave Star Wars Battlefront? The reboot for audio listeners, by the way.
Yeah.
The reboot.
I bet he also gave this a Cowards 8. Maybe.
Cowards 8.
I've given a lot of Cowards 8 in my.
Oh yeah,
my
for
order.
sure. Yeah, I'll say 7.75.
It was 3 out of 5
Oh,
stars.
a giant bomb. Okay.
So, yeah, we do the conversion for the sake of game shows around here. So it would have came out as a 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Which, from the way he was talking about it, maybe.
Yeah,
sounds like
it probably
a
was
6
too
anyways.
high.
6 or 7, yeah.
That's fair.
All right. Well, you can't see it, but it's game 7. We're back to Jeff. I consistently enjoyed my time with blank, but I frequently questioned the value component of this package. At $40, the offering does feel a bit slim. There are well under 100 small levels, and the 2 main boss fights are recycled in slightly changed forms several times.
Get a load of this loser
Hey,
talking about
hold
value
up.
propositions.
Okay, I thought you were going to say something and give it away. Okay.
No. Just talk about
Okay,
value
cool.
propositions in video games. Oh my God. Disgusting, Dan.
100 small levels and 2 main boss fights are recycled in slightly changed forms several times. I don't know. But a frequently Not sure. I want to say like a beat 'em up or something, but that also doesn't feel like that. Well, maybe. I'll say Retro City Rampage.
No. Mike.
Kid Chameleon.
No.
Oh, shit.
All right, second clue. You can tap some enemies to hold them in place, but I rarely found that necessary. A handful of levels have you touching the screen or blowing on the mic to move platforms around, but it's never done so much as to be aggravating. Mic is spelled M-I-C for audio listeners.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that kind of narrows it down some. 100 small levels and 2 main boss fights in a game for that.
$40.
And it's $40. So that now that kind of like shifts around the idea of like what the value proposition he's getting at there is.
It's a lot of levels for $40.
Yeah, Touch the Magic XXXY or whatever.
The Rub Rabbits.
Yeah, the Rub Rabbits game.
Mike.
Yeah, it's definitely a 3DS game, huh? Shit. Handful of levels have you touching the screen or blowing on the mic to move platforms around. Is that Super Mario 3D Land?
No.
Shit. I thought that was
Third
pretty
bullet
good.
points. I found myself liking the game significantly more once I had been, in air quotes, word quotes on the page, the game, but still lacked the stamp on many pages. Since the stages are so small, I often found myself rotating the camera and trying to look at every possible angle in an effort to find a pesky crystal that I had previously missed. Jeff.
Is it Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker?
Your favorite video
Yeah,
game!
there we go.
God, the Wii U. We were off a little bit.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
in the ballpark there, but yes, it was Wii U, not 3DS initially. Jeff, what do you think you gave this game?
What did you give this game, Jeff?
I don't remember. Don't remember reviewing it, so definitely don't remember what score I gave it. All right. He I liked it more. I'll go with the 7.5.
7.5. Mike, you got a fun guess?
Cowards 8.
Cowards 8. You gave it 3 out of 5 stars
All right.
again.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Which means that 5-3, Mike takes it. Congratulations to Mikey.
Well done,
Hey.
Mike.
We got all of them eventually. There's not one we missed. Good on us.
Yeah, well done.
I need to watch
Alright.
the interview. This is from audio listeners. The end card here is a min-max interview where the headline is, I know I can come across as an idiot.
Apparently he just worked with MinMax. He had a bunch of footage of him like interviewing Game Informer staff very early on, and then Charles Hart over at MinMax just edited that together into a documentary, and they just put that out. I need to check that out.
I love what Ben and the crew are doing to like preserve the history of Game Informer.
Yep, very good
it's
stuff.
Really cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for that,
you.
Sean. Appreciate it.
No problem.
If anyone else wants to create any games like that, or if you have your own idea for ways to torture us with games, feel free to send them in. Work with Sean. They always kind of end up working out really well.
Yeah,
We
thanks
always
again to
appreciate
Beef
it.
for this one.
Thank you
Always
so
does a
much,
good
Beef
job with
Hammer.
these.
That's good looking out. And I suppose thank you to Dan Reichert for your content. That's nice too.
What'd he contribute to this?
Yeah. You know what? One more break. We'll come back. We'll talk about what we've been playing. Maybe catch up on any super chats, and then we'll get you all out of here right after this.
All right. Good games.
Alright.
Good games.
You can just go to it. We're
Hopefully
caught up
maybe
on super
something.
chats at the moment. We'll see if anything else comes in.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Just bring it back.
All right. We're back. Mike, what have you been playing?
Really has been a lot of metaphor. Like before I was kind of playing like an hour or two, maybe every night when I could, being on this sort of staycation. Turns out what I mostly have been doing is playing a lot of metaphor, not feeling bad if I stay up till 5 a.m. Just playing the game. That, it really has been that, like, this deep into it. It is just like, I just want to keep going. I want to do one more day. The cycle feels so good. I'm going to feel very comfortable with the combat. And, I don't know how close I am to the end, but, I think I might be like 2/3 of the way there now. So things kind of have ramped up in an exciting way. Just excited to see where the story's going. So yeah, I've talked about this game a lot. I've been loving it, and I just still continue to be very, very high on Metaphor. Refantazio.
Yeah, that's one where I'm like, maybe I should play that. I've been getting maybe the urge to play it. I'm not going to have enough time to like really get anywhere near the end before Game of the Year. But I kind of just want to play because I want to play it. So might put some more time to that. I did play some more Mario and Luigi since we talked about it on Tuesday. I'm liking that game more and more. I always liked it. I think it's an okay game. I just thought some aspects of it were a little disappointing. And getting past the early parts, which I never thought were like, excruciatingly slow or anything like that. But getting past the early parts where they're introducing everything, it's like, okay, now this game really is coming into its own, and I'm feeling more positive about it. So I think people who were like, I already pre-ordered it, or okay, I'm gonna make up my own mind. Go in there with like the chance that this game could win you over. I think the possibility is there. And then overall though, it is still that game.
That reminds me, I haven't looked at my work email since I'm not working right now, but I wonder if I got a code. I'm going to look at that. Hey, remember when you promised me that you're going to beat 1,000 Year Door before you played this?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, interesting. You better beat it before Game of the Year.
I'm going to do that because I also I still haven't beat Echoes of Wisdom because everything got messed up with Astro. So I'm going to play both of those here pretty soon and wrap those up. And I've been able to like kind of get the Switch away from Addie a little bit more frequently, so that's been helping too. So
there you go. Yeah, rip it out of that child's hand.
Yeah, she doesn't need joy. She's
She's
child.
weak and
yeah,
young.
exactly. I can just like push her away with like one hand and then play it with the other hand. It's great.
She doesn't understand the despair of modern U.S. politics.
No,
she doesn't need that.
Although one of the kids' teachers definitely tried to make that happen, and that wasn't fun.
Weird.
Yeah, very weird. It seemed like she might have got in trouble. We're just gonna kind of keep hanging out over here playing Zelda too. Emmy's been playing a ton of Zelda still. It's been wild. She's like into Pokemon, but I don't know if she's like into the Pokemon games yet. Like she has one there. I've shown it to her. But she's like, I love this Pikachu fella. He's great. And all these other ones. And she keeps talking to her sister who likes Meeps. Like, isn't this one a Meep? Look at that one. So we had a book fair today. She had a book fair at her school. I got to go there and eat a donut and take her to buy some books. All three books. Yeah. Her sister got 3 books and was able to buy one for her sister. Emmy got 3 books and was able to buy one for her sister. All 3 books that Emmy chose were Pokemon books. So
there you go.
That's where we're at. It's a little annoying because we definitely have been buying Bluey stuff for her for Christmas. And by the time we get to Christmas, Bluey might be old news. And that'll be frustrating. But
isn't that the way it goes?
That's just the way it goes. I am very used to that now. So yeah, who knows? We're going to be at Disney next week. All this could get flipped on its head once we're there. Yeah. So
full throttle on Stitch again. Or something.
If it comes back to the Muppets, I'll be happy. If we can get back to the Muppets, I'll be. So that's the one where like when they're fighting at dinner and they're like, hey, they have like a little table set up because me and Steph are often pretty busy in the evenings. So we have a little table for them in the kitchen where they can turn on TV and watch something while they're eating. And they usually fight over who's going to get to choose what they watch. They're like, let's pick something we both like, and it's always Muppet Babies still. So that's been good. Can't wait to see Muppet Vision 3D.
There's that photo. There's that Muppet Christmas photo op right now.
Yes,
in that park.
I'm looking forward to that.
Look out for that.
Yep. Beyond those games, it's been hard to like sort of start games here or there for various reasons. Not just the modern political landscape, but just being busy and having other things on my plate. But I want to play some more Call of Duty. Want to get back into Astro. I haven't tried the new level yet. Dan said he was got up to like 60th in the world or something in the morning when he was playing that on the first day.
I haven't played it yet either.
So yeah, and people seem to like this new level quite a bit. So I'm gonna check that out.
I assume. So does that mean the monkey one is saved for last? If I assume this isn't it.
It might be. Did we assume that maybe the frog one was the monkey one? There's a chance, maybe, or is there one that's just straight up called Monkey Business?
There was a trailer where they showed.
Okay, I didn't remember
ability.
that.
We know it's coming.
Yep. So the monkey one might be last because this one is the inflatable one where you can.
Interesting.
I like that.
Okay.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
I did start the Diablo 4 expansion finally, Vessel of Hatred, and I played the new class. Yeah, that's having an all right time with that. I mean, it's definitely more Diablo 4, which is a fun game. I was enjoying the new class fine. It feels kind of similar to a lot. There's a little bit of all these classes kind of feel the same to me in a little bit with Diablo 4. Maybe it's because like I haven't played Barbarian, even though I am kind of melee. I don't know. You kind of go around, you push your buttons. Maybe I'm being a little cynical about it. I need to play some more of it, or maybe change up my skill tree with this this class. It's called it's a weird name. Spirit.
Yeah, it's
Something-
not Witch Doctor.
It's yeah. They don't want to call it Witch Doctor anymore, but it's like Witch Doctor and Monk had a baby,
Right.
and it's called Spirit something. So
Spirit
Spirit Born.
No, Spirit
There.
Tracks is what it's called.
Yeah, it's called Spirit Tracks, right? Yeah. So we got this instead of a sword and board. Part of it may just be I'm not like super in the mood for Diablo at this moment, actually. But there's certainly nothing wrong with it.
Okay. Yeah. Diablo's one where it's like, man, I almost kind of want to play that as like a couch co-op game now. Like have a night with like pizza and beer and have friends over and just play Diablo couch co-op.
That's probably the most fun I had with Diablo in a long time was like when it was just Diablo 3 was on like Xbox One or whatever. And I just had like, 3 friends. We just all kind of played through the campaign and couch co-op. And it was like playing a modern, better version of Gauntlet Legends.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that sounds like a great night. Yeah, so something I would maybe think about doing again. All right.
Yeah.
Any other? Oh, sorry.
Mike,
Go ahead, Christian, please.
Yeah, no, Mike, do you play Monster Hunter WoW more than you play on stream?
No, I just played it. I just played that. I played it on stream. That was it on PS5.
Okay. Yeah, I played it on PC, and I have the most middle of the road PC. I have RX 6700 XT and Ryzen 7 5800X, and it doesn't run very well. It's rough. It's like, yeah, it's around 40 FPS all the time, which is fine. Like I can play it, but that game needs some I'm. What I was thinking the other day, because like, oh, we love the RE engine. The RE engine is so good, like all the time. And now I'm kind of like, maybe we don't use the RE engine for everything.
Yeah, they wanted to shift it to open world, and it's been sort of a painful process. We definitely talked about that.
The scale, I think, is an issue because RE engine is what Rise ran on, right?
Yeah.
And that was a Switch game.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah, because of the scale of it, because it was classic Monster Hunter, it ran at 30. While I was at the airport, I was trying to see if I could like invade Jan's game because I had nothing else to do. And so I fired it up on the Steam Deck because I had to download. On the lowest settings, lowest resolution, which would be like internally, like 360p, it was running at like 22 FPS and crashed.
Okay, but there you go.
There's also more optimizations that need to be done there by both Capcom and Valve for Steam Deck stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, this game is real heavy because of how they're utilizing the
It is.
RE engine.
Yes, it is heavily CPU bottleneck, because
Yes.
I put everything down and I couldn't crack the 50 FPS. I cracked the 50 FPS, but like you can make this game look
That's
really well.
That's what we saw with Dragon's Dogma 2 as well, though, right?
Because I saw Reddit, I was like looking at Reddit, and it was the worst thing I could ever do, because people was like, looks like a PS2 game and it runs like shit. Well, you can make it run like shit. Yeah, it's gonna run like shit, but you can make it look better. Like you don't need to make it look like shit all the time, because it's not gonna, you have wiggle room there. It's not CPU bottleneck, it's CPU. Like
Yeah,
that's the problem.
yeah. You should just take advantage of that stuff for sure.
And the gameplay is so fucking good. I play this game in 30 FPS. I don't care. Like saying all that. Yeah, it runs like shit. I'm gonna put 1,000 hours, more than 1,000 hours in this game for sure. It's just like, it's perfect. Like they made a perfect Monster Hunter game. It's open world. All the weapons feel so fucking good. It's just like, I'm so hyped for this game. And I think they're gonna get it like at least 60. It's gonna run at least 60 in a mediocre PC like mine for sure when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing if they're able to make optimizations between now and the game comes out. I mean, obviously they'll make some, but like, will it be noticeably different? I hope so. We'll see.
I hope so. I mean, you have to imagine it's like a worry of some kind there right now, right? Like they released the beta, they gotta know that's sort of everybody's sticking point at the moment.
Yeah, but they might have bit off more than they can chew. Might be the case here with RE Engine and open world games, at least at the moment. Mike, I think we got one more super chat.
Got a couple more,
okay.
But real quick. I hope they got to figure, if they're really doing that open world Resident Evil 9 with the RE engine, I hope it is
more open zone than just completely open world. I hope they can limit those areas a little bit so it's not just crushed under so much stuff.
T Money says, remember when Dan said during Extra Life he didn't realize there were any songs about sadness? Dan is forever weirder than Mike.
God.
You did say that. Yeah, look, I don't need to plead my case anymore, but it does. I need to stop reacting to it because I'm sure it just eggs it on, but it always just shocks me when people tell me I'm weirder than Dan.
The thing is, like, you're somehow louder when you like avoid
Yes.
your weirdness, but like your weirdness is just like food. Like you're a picky eater. Then he's
Yeah.
weird with the universe. Like, we interact with matter around him. So
Yeah.
that's funny to me.
I mean, it's one thing to be like, I don't listen to songs. I don't need to listen to a song that's about sadness. That does nothing for me. To be unaware of the concept is a whole other thing.
Screaming Madden says, should Giant Bomb reward the developer whose game wins Game of the Year a trip to Disney World? And Mike can be the tour guide. Totally doable and cheap, right? /S, which indicates sarcasm, Jeff.
If the game that wins Game of the Year is in any way affiliated with Disney, and we can get John Drake to help out with that, then sure, why not? Yeah.
What game developer do you think would least enjoy a tour of Disney World with me?
God, that's a good question.
Would it be Neil Druckmann?
Dave Lang. Dave Lang would be like, I can't, this fucking guy and Disney. Yeah. He's like, where could you just take me to the track or something? I don't know.
Who would most enjoy it?
All the rest, everyone else.
Everyone else would have a good
enjoy
time.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, I like it. That's it for Super Chats. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Mikey, for reading those. Thank you, everybody, for sending in every super chat and for listening, for hanging out with us, all that stuff. I'm going to hit the button, I think, while we get out of here. Mike Minotti, where can people find you? What do you have going on? What do you got plans for the weekend? All the good stuff.
Yeah, Tokoto and everywhere, notably Blue Sky at the moment, right? So maybe you need to start using that more. But Twitch, yep, definitely Twitch. I need to finish up my Kingdom Hearts 2 save file from last year's final Mixmas Kingdom Hearts charity marathon. So I'm gonna get ready for the next one sometime later in December. Be doing Birth by Sleep, so there will still be some extra life fun to be had for me.
Have you played all those? You played all the Kingdom Hearts games?
all of them.
Okay, you have played all of them. Okay.
Yeah, so I was always sympathetic to the people who were like, I played 2 and now I'm playing 3. What the hell's going on? I'm like, yeah, all those games that you thought were just little side things, very important to the story, it turns out. Sorry.
Were they like full cutscenes or like how would they? Okay.
Oh gosh, I mean, some of them like the PSP and the 3DS ones could have been numbered if they wanted to. The one was a prequel, sure. But even like all of them are even the freaking mobile game. That's the one I didn't play. Is that mobile / web browser game, which was kind of important in 3. It seems like it's going to be really important for 4. So shit. Yeah, I think you have to kind of admire it, but it's also like probably a bad decision.
If let's say I was going to Disney in a couple weeks and I wanted to really quickly play some Kingdom Hearts with the girls, which one should I play other than 1? I'm not going to play 1 again.
Yeah, well, one would be the end. I don't know. Just jump into 3.
Okay.
Just jump into 3. 3 gets going faster than a lot of them. Like, its bullshit is more evenly spread out, at least. You'll be in a Hercules level pretty quick when you start playing Kingdom Hearts 3.
All right, I'll do that. I think I might have 3 also somewhere already, so that'll make it easier. All right, plans. We should be back with the normal episodes next week. Things are gonna get weird after that. I will be in Disney the week after that, and so you guys might have to do episodes, but then we have Thanksgiving the week after that, so we'll figure some stuff out.
So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye. Dixie wrecked.